Hello and welcome. It's Andrea, and I'm just really thrilled to be here with you. And gosh, let's see. I'm back from Egypt, and hopefully we're coming on now. I know that I've seen some chats here. Oh, hey, Jan. Wonderful to see you in the chat space. Always love to see you and hear from you on social media and here. And Renata, you too. Rico's mom, tulips for you. It's spring here, but of course, it's different seasons all over the world. But again, welcome everybody as you start to come in. We are here for our monthly live stream event, and I'll be, hi there, Liliana. Good to see you. Yeah, I have been to Egypt, I've been back, and I've been sick, so it's been wonderful. But I made it here today. Hi, Anna or Anna. Different people say that different ways. Eilish O'Rourke. Wow, what a cool name. Hi. Yeah. Good to see everyone. So, just a quick little recap. I wanted to give you the rundown really quickly on what we're going to do. The channel on YouTube has really taken off a little bit more lately. And so some of you might be new coming in. And so we're meeting here for about an hour, which we do the first Thursday of every month. And we're here live for you. I'm going to offer an original, I'm going to say channeled meditation and Reiki share to get us going. I don't have anything written or prepared. We're just kind of going to fly by the seat of our pants together and go where the energy takes us. Reiki can never do harm. It is always helpful and works physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So if you're here, it's probably for a good reason. You know, synchronicity, it's a thing. So welcome to everyone. After that, I'll take a couple minutes maybe just for some announcements. And then we will do Ask Me Anything. And so we'll round out the hour with your questions. So if you can't stay for the whole event, no worries. I will edit this down and I'll add music. We're not going to do music during the meditation and share part because sometimes we have a technical issue and it creates a little bit of interference. So bear with me. In this version, live, we won't do music. You can always play music where you are, though. And I will edit the video and add music to it, and I'll have it out for you on the channel tomorrow. So therefore, you'll skip all of this introduction stuff, and the Ask Me Anything won't be on there either. You can just tune in anytime you wish. And of course, I'm not in the ad program here, so you don't have to deal with ads. Sometimes you might see an ad at the end, but that's probably because it's tagged to the video on your up next feed, not on my video. A cool statistic for you, everyone. I just received this in my inbox this morning from YouTube. Last month in March, guess how many minutes were watched on the Mainstream Reiki YouTube channel? I don't know. I bet you can't do it. How about 9.7 million minutes? And that is just in March, and all without ads. It's remarkable. Thank you all. 9.7 million minutes in March. I couldn't believe it. And that is why you'll see a QR code up in the corner for you if you feel moved to donate to support the channel and my free offerings. And we'll put a link also in the chat for you. And that link takes you to a site, and you have some different options in the way you'd like to make your donation. And so thank you so much for all of you who have donated before and who also give monthly. It means so, so much to me. All right. So I think that's the rundown of what we're going to do today. We're going to do our meditation and share. Please bear with my voice a little bit. As I mentioned, I'm getting over a cold here, and I think we'll be okay. And of course, Reiki's going to meet you wherever you are, whether you're here live or you watch the recording. And I guess let's go ahead and get started. So I would invite you to first take a look at my Reiki grid. I forgot to tell you. So this is also sending Reiki out to all of those here in the chat, everyone who is here. Hi there, Chris. And beautiful to see all those names there. Hi, Zabine. Good to see you. Anyway, this is my Reiki healing crystal grid. Many of you, your names are already in the grid. And if you are watching this and you've never asked to be in the grid before, go ahead and you can put your name in the chat and I'll add you. If you've requested before, you're still in there. I just keep you right on in there. What this grid does is it sends out distance Reiki to you for your highest good in a general way, and I keep it charged here in my Reiki studio and always sending Reiki out for your highest good. Yeah. And you can put your dog or your cat in there too, also, Lavanya. All right. Fantastic. Okay. Now that you know what this is here in front of me, let's go ahead and get started. What a joy to be here with you. Go ahead, sit back, relax. You can have your eyes open or closed. It does not really matter. Simply intend to receive all that is in resonance with your highest good. I'm now offering you the highest frequencies of Reiki energy. Bringing you the highest possibilities of balance, well-being, healing, and evolution, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Take a few deep breaths. And let everything go. All the thoughts, all the to-do lists, and all the shoulds. Allow all of that to fade away. Choosing to be here now. Taking care of yourself. Utilizing this time for your self-care. All for you. You so deserve it. Imagine now that you're walking with a brilliant blue sky above. And as you look down at your feet, you're walking in sand. And this sand is more of a brown color, a beige color, a bit golden in the sunlight. And as you look out in the distance, you see the three great pyramids. We're walking together on the Giza Plateau. And the energies of Egypt, this special place, flows around you in the air. And with every step that you take, you can feel the energies here that are so special and so familiar to you, rising up through the bottoms of your feet. These lands are ancient and full of wisdom and power. Perhaps you've been here before and walked this land many times. The warm sun is felt on your skin. And as we approach the Great Pyramid, Let us stand still and gaze at its enormity. Today we can see the blocks rising up toward the heavens. But in our mind's eye, we can see its glistening, smooth exterior, with the sun reflecting brilliantly off of its surface, reflecting back onto our body, illuminating and empowering us to remember who we are and all the times and experiences we've had before this moment. You're invited now to sit in the sand and allow the base of your spine to be cradled in the warm sand beneath you. Spine erect and straight toward the heavens. It is time to receive now the ancient wisdom, an activation, a recalibration between your present awareness, your present life, and the ancient wisdom, ancient guidance, and your super intelligence of your higher self, your soul. As we sit in the sand, rooted firmly in place, imagine now extending your arms and burrowing your hands into the sand. Your palm chakra is now open. Feel, intend, invite, and accept the energies to move through the sand, transmitted through all of the quartz pieces scattered beneath you. The wisdom of the ancients, the wisdom of your past lives, the wisdom that your ancestors left for you. This energy is transferred, transmitted through the crystalline shards in the sand below you, from deep within the earth, held for you for this moment. The energy is passed through the quartz and into your hands, instruments of healing, of action, of doing, of loving. Your hands do so much, are capable of moving mountains for yourself and for others. Accept this energy now. Up your spine now as well, up through your root chakra, ascending up your spine, awakening the energy that has lied dormant within you. The time has come for you to accept the full potential of your soul's time here on earth in this moment and from this moment. You may feel sensations in your body as you receive this Reiki and all of this energy that has been stored, awaiting your return. Inviting this energy to continue to move up your arms, into your shoulders, expanding through your throat and your head, and down, bathing your heart center, filling your chest and releasing everything that you've been holding on to that is beneath the frequency you can now hold. Filling your abdomen and moving down your legs and out your feet. Cleansing you, balancing you, and up your spine at the same time. You're held in a down current and an up current of energy, holding you in balance, bringing you the highest possibilities of clarity, and sight. Sight with your inner vision. Sight with your ability to see in your observations more clearly the true motivations of the words you hear spoken. In your interactions with others and the media, setting aside reaction and naturally stepping into response. Your clear observations empower you and allow you to have sharp discernment, the ability to know and to feel truth and untruth. And as you claim this and accept this power that has always been yours, but is now more integrated and calibrated, into your awareness, you better navigate and know which steps to take, which words to say. You are in choice, and this is your power. With greater awareness, greater energy, greater clarity, you have the ability for greater love and compassion. For you know who you really are more than ever in this moment. And in this knowing, you must see others as they truly are. Even if they have not remembered for themselves. And this is your invitation, energetically, for them to remember and increase their own awareness, which all will do when the time is optimum for each. Gaze upon your body and with your vision, scan from head downward. Is any area calling to you, in need of energy, in need of letting go of something that you've struggled to become free from? Scanning down your body. Allow yourself to be pulled to any area in need. And let us place our hands there together, offering you now Reiki energy for the deepest healing possible for you. My hands are your hands and your hands are mine. And the source of this energy is open to us both. Receive now. See, feel, imagine, and intend your physical body is completely illuminated with this creationary energy. This energy holds every possibility for you. Knows you at every level. And your history in this lifetime and all lifetimes. You are worthy, complete, and whole. Claim it, know it, feel it, live it. And you're invited now to place your hands back into the sand, completing the cycle of energetic flow, allowing everything you are finished with to flow back into the sand. Where the earth can transmute and heal and utilize all that you release. Source energy flows into the crown of your head. Earth energy flows into your palms and up your spine through your root, held in perfect suspension, perfect balance. And finally, placing your hands on your heart center. And I place my hands there as well. Together, we Reiki. Together, we are. Together, we live and breathe on the planet at this time, not by accident, not by randomness, but by our intention, by our choosing to serve and help in ways, whether known or unknown to us, through large deeds or small. You are here for purpose. You are here to help. By raising your vibration, taking care of yourself and your needs, by loving yourself, the frequency that your energy offers outwardly, broadcasting to all, is cleaner, clearer, higher, and is that invitation for others to heal and love themselves. So no action is required for you to change the world other than loving yourself, taking care of yourself and healing yourself. That source of love nourishes all of us. I thank you for taking this time to do just that. We bring more light into the world together. And that's why we're here. And when you're ready, you may take a couple of deep breaths. Bring your awareness to your body in the here and now, and return. Wow. I hope you enjoyed the meditation for today and the Reiki share and the message. I really couldn't agree more with what came through there. Yeah. I think, I meet a lot of people, and I think people often believe that they have to do big actions in order to make a difference in the world. And what I would say is take care of you. When you heal yourself, it has an effect that you'll never know. And isn't that ironic? To have a focus on yourself, but literally that changes the world. It changes your broadcast signal. And when others are bathed in high frequency signals put out by people, guess what? It jostles them awake. It jostles them to look at how they might feel better. And there's no arguing, there's no convincing, there's no struggle in that. It's all natural, and it's all in the language of energy. Isn't that remarkable? You're just amazing. I wish you knew you were as amazing as I know that you are. Yeah, I'm going to move this thing out of the way because it's big. And I talk with my hands and I'll knock it over. I don't know. Let's see what I can do here. I have so much stuff on my desk. Whoops. Hopefully that will stay there. Okay. Woo. Okay. Beautiful. Yes. Hope you liked the meditation today. Excuse me while I cough a little bit. Woo! I got through the whole thing without coughing. Yay! So you see that? It was meant to be. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Renata, you have a comment there. Let's see what that is. There was research done that one person who does a meditation, the energy field is so strong that positively can affect 10,000 people. I totally believe that. It's amazing. Don't believe any of the limiting junk, that happens in your mind when you think about this stuff. Limitlessness. Let's go there. And if you can imagine it, if you can do it, if you can daydream it, do it. Because even a daydream, um, even you imagining it or journaling about it or whatever, do you know that that's creative? I mean, think about it. There's reality. You know what they say? Hey, have you oh, this is good. Okay. You know how they say if you imagine like the tigers chasing you, remember they talk about this when they talk about fight or flight mode and things like that. No thanks. They talk about this, right? They're like, oh, if you imagine and see and feel that the tiger's chasing you, you have that response, that fight or flight mode response, and your brain doesn't know that it's not real, right? There's that part of your brain that it's thinking, oh, this is true. And so you have the reaction. Well, so let's flip that around. Let's daydream some incredible, cool stuff, right? And then let's have our brain believe that. And let's have the more helpful body chemistry happen, right? You know, we need to forget a lot of that old stuff, that we've been told. Hey, Jeremy, good to see you here. Yeah. Yeah, good to see you. Beautiful. Ah, yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll just make a couple of quick announcements or something. So, um, one of the things I wanted to say, I had a lot of emails while I was gone, and I continue to get a lot of emails, which that's fine. But some of you are asking me lots of questions in the emails, like how to do distance Reiki sessions, like you've had some training, but then you have all these questions about how do I do the symbols and how do I do a session? I can't answer that in an email for you, and I'm really sorry. But two suggestions for you. Number one, if you have questions about Reiki, like you had some classes, but you still have questions and you need more confidence, actually, I have three ideas for you. The first one is to check out my podcast, Beyond the Reiki Gateway. And when I had my co-host Kathleen, we talked a lot more about Reiki. We did some Q&A episodes. We did one called Reiki, Real Reiki for Real People. We did some on Reiki classes. Check those out. Check out those older episodes because they're still there and they're still good. There's lots of really good information. And what I would say is number one, and that's a free thing, free resource for you. You can listen. We have a website. You can listen on Spotify, wherever you want to do your podcast. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, I offer mentoring sessions, and these are becoming more popular. And so I came back from Egypt, and what one thing that I need to do that I haven't done yet is I need to add some more dates. I need to add some more appointment times because more people are wanting the mentoring sessions, and I just don't have enough. So I need to look at my schedule, and I will add some more of those. In that hour-long session, I channel for you. We tune into your highest guidance. We can do Reiki questions for you. We can do Reiki business questions for you. Whatever that is, that hour is yours. You can read more about it on my website, what I offer in those sessions. I love those. You get a it's on Zoom, and I send you a recording so you can review it and all of that kind of thing. So that's great for me to meet with you one-on-one. Finally, I have the mainstream Reiki community. And so whether you just want to hang out with like-minded people, no spam, no advertising, no social media, it is a wonderful place of loving people. We meet, we support each other, we ask questions. It's phenomenal. And then I have 3 levels in that. And if you want to practice together, if you want to hang out, there are options for you to do that. And the middle tier has that. And it's more about Reiki practice, how do you do a distance session, and also the community as well. And then the higher tier is called Pinnacle, and that's if you have a Reiki business or want to start a Reiki business, it's more geared for that. And so again, there's more information on my website, mainstreamreiki.com, or you can go straight to the landing page and learn more. That's members. Oh, it's in the chat magically appearing right there, members.mainstreamreiki.com. And that's just a monthly thing. So you can try that out if you'd like. Very cool. Anyway, so that's really the announcements. And if you are interested in Reiki training, of course, I offer classes. I have 2 coming up here in March, 1 and 2 in Master. And then I even have Karuna in April and Animal 1 and 2 and Animal Master. Busy stuff. Okay. To always know what's happening in the Reiki verse, the mainstream Reiki verse, you can always get the newsletter, which just came out yesterday. But yeah, you can always find out more through the newsletter. And I put a channeled message in there for you too every month. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Okay, so what's on your mind? So let's shift gears. Let's do Ask Me Anything. What's on your mind? Can't wait. Can't wait to hear this. Okay, I need a sip. Let's see. Questions. Thanks, Renata. Putting a little thumbs up on the mentoring sessions. I appreciate that. I just took a Reiki class. Oh, nice. Good. Good for you. Let's see. Any questions out there? I get them all in the emails, apparently. Let's see. Are we shy today? Who has a question? Just put it. Oh, maybe they're typing. Oh, okay. Tammy M asks, how to clean your house from heavy stuck energies with Reiki. Well, one idea is to play my Reiki clearing video on YouTube. And you know what? I think that reminds me, somebody asked me to make a longer version. I need to remember about that. So the clearing your house, right? But what you can do, if you've had Reiki level 2, then you know the power symbol. And hold on just a second. Let me just kind of clear. Okay. Excuse me. So if you've had Reiki 2, you have the power symbol. And so another really great thing to do is to walk around your house. And I would start from the front door. You walk into your home, turn around, and you can draw your power symbol in your doorway. Okay. Better yet, take a piece of paper, draw your power symbol, put it underneath your welcome mat, right? Blessing all the people who walk through your front door or out your front door, whatever the case may be. But move through your home, have your Reiki activated, Reiki hands activated. Imagine that you are just like a lighthouse of Reiki. So yes, Reiki comes out of your hands, but you know what? Imagine, intend, just unzip yourself, and the being of light that you are is broadcasting Reiki from the front, from the back, from your crown, your feet. You are Reiki, and you're going to move through your home. And as you do, I want you to make motions like this, placing Reiki in the corners of the room. You can envision or draw your power symbol at your windows, ceiling, doors, floors, whatever, whatever areas. Just follow your guidance, but move through your entire house doing that. Okay. There are other ideas for this as well, but you asked about Reiki. I would say that, and then conclude, do all the floors of your home, and then conclude at your back door, walk out your back door, turn and face, and draw your power symbol on the outside of your back door. That's kind of what I would do. But use your imagination and follow your guidance. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I would say for that one. Any other questions? Sorrel, question, what was the energy in the pyramids like? Oh, Well, interestingly enough, so yeah, this time around, I didn't go in the pyramids, but that's okay because we actually went into places that regular tourists don't get to go. And actually, regular tourists can go into the pyramids now. So, anyway, I didn't go in the King's Chamber this time. I did 25 years ago when I went. Okay. Um, and then, yeah. And so this time, what I channeled for you today was very similar to an experience that I had. And it was in this little secluded place. And I'm really bad knowing all the different places we went. So I have to review my trip and like do some research. But we went into this little room and it had this full size, and I don't know, full size, 7 feet high or something, statue of Sekhmet. Sekhmet. And um, Sekhmet was a goddess, and boy, she was really something. She was healer, but also bringer of catastrophe. So it was like interesting kind of thing. But anyway, beautiful energy. And here's the really cool thing: people don't get to go into this room with this full statue. And she was completely intact. And she's the one often depicted with the head of a lioness, the head of a lioness. But she was intact. So a lot of the places that you go when you visit Egypt, things have been defaced, heads knocked off and things like that, which is really unfortunate. But she was beautiful. And I had this experience in this room. We did this meditative sort of experience. There was a wooden floor in there that, modern day uh, people had put there. And but it didn't go all the way to the walls. The walls were covered in hieroglyphics, and there was an opening at the top so that the sunlight would come through and shine upon Sekhmet at a certain time of day. And so it was really something, but we had 20 people in our full group. That's all we had in our group that traveled together. And I actually, it was kind of crowded. And I looked over, and in the corner, no one was there. And so I thought, I'm going to go there. So I went and I sat in the corner. I had two of those walls touching me, but I was in the sand because the wood floor didn't extend. And I sat there, and Sekhmet was right there. I was right to the side and just barely behind the statue. And my guidance kicked in, and I put my hands down in the sand, and it was remarkable. I could feel the energy coming through. It was coming through the quartz. I had many different visuals. I felt the energy. And here's something really cool. I felt, I'm sorry, I heard most prominently. I did some feeling here too, but it was so crystal clear. It was like metallic locks being unlocked within me. It was really neat. And I felt a lot of energy. I felt a lot in my solar plexus. I was hearing these locks. And the Andrea part of me was like, wow, what is happening? And then the other part of me is like, really in the moment and experiencing all of this. And I felt so much come up through me. And then all of a sudden, I heard the words, "It is done." And just like that, it was like everything left like that. And there I was. And yeah, it was done. It was so cool. So I don't think I'll ever forget that. I tried to write it down afterwards and put every little detail in. And that was one of a few different things that I experienced there in Egypt. So it was really, really cool. What I will say, Sorel, is if you ever go, maybe you've been to Egypt. I don't know. But if any of you ever go to Egypt, look for, I would recommend a tour type group to go with, but look for something small so that you can get the most out of it. And look to see if you can go off the beaten trail. Because when you go to the pyramids in real life, it's crowded, and there are a lot of people selling little trinkets and things there. but it's very busy unless you can get a um, private time to go in. And 25 years ago when I was there, we did that. And that was quite remarkable. This time around, it wasn't available to do that. And some of the people in our tour went, but it was very busy with tourists there. Also, in Egypt, they have guards everywhere, which is great, but they don't want you meditating openly in different places. It's just kind of how it is. Yeah, interesting. So thanks for the question. It was kind of fun to share that with you. Yeah. Tammy's asking, which is the power symbol? Oh, interesting. Well, that's taught in Reiki 2 class. So I'm a little baffled why you would ask that. If you've been attuned to it, you would know it. The initials are CKR, right? And you can find it on the internet. So it's Choku-rei, right? That's the power symbol. Yeah. So if you want to learn more about the power symbol, you can refer, if you know Reiki, refer to your manual from class, ask your master teacher, that kind of thing. Or, there are different articles and things out there that you can read about the different symbols if you wish. Okay. And also, the symbols have their own energy. So even if you read about them, I would recommend that you spend time and meditate on the symbol. And okay, so I can hear the question, how do you do that? So you can get quiet with yourself and be quiet, be in a meditative state. And what does that mean? The thoughts are not whizzing through your brain. You have an awareness of that moment, a presence there, and you're just not on the hamster wheel of thought. That's all I really mean by meditate. And then what I would suggest that you can do is envision in light that symbol that you want to work with. So let's say the power symbol. Draw it out in front of you really big in your mind's eye, or just imagine it being out in front of you like that in light. And then what you can do, I did this many years ago and I love this. It's really cool. See yourself walking into the symbol and standing in the symbol while it's all around you. Notice what that feels like. See if it has a message for you just by asking. Experience the energy that way. And then perhaps intend or ask that this and start moving the symbol in a circle, like spinning while you're still there in the middle of it. See how that changes things. But that's just one example of how you might want to um, spend some time with the symbols on your own, so you can decide for yourself what the symbol's like. And you can even ask it how you can use it, how you can use it in new ways and see what guidance comes through for you. All right, we still have some time here. So do we have another question? Okay, hold on just a second. All right. Can we have an intention for someone else in Reiki or have multiple intentions? Can we have an intention for someone else in Reiki? Okay, so I'm a little confused by the question. Can we have an intention for someone else in Reiki or have multiple intentions? Okay, I let me approach it like this. So if I make a video, let's say it's for, I don't know, I've been doing the new baby series, right? So let's say it's for childbirth, right? No, let's pick a different one. Let's do back pain. That was a recent one, back pain or sciatica, something like that. A real concrete intention. So as I offer that session, I do have the intention to help the viewer with the back pain or with the sciatica, whatever that is. So that's me holding an intention for you. Every Reiki practitioner who sees clients, imagine the client coming in. That client has And a client is anyone. It can be your sister, your friend, your son, daughter, whatever. It's not about being professional. It's just an easy way to say whoever's receiving Reiki. So a Reiki practitioner is, again, also doesn't have to be professional. It's just somebody who practices Reiki, for their friends, family, any level. And so when the Reiki practitioner has a client that they're giving Reiki to, that client always comes for a reason. They have an intention. And so as a practitioner, I want to honor whatever their intention is. And so that's one reason I have dozens and dozens of videos about, Reiki for this, Reiki for that, Reiki for this, Reiki for that. We know, though, that Reiki is always going to help the person for their highest good regardless of what the intention is. And I'll give you a quick example. I know I'm kind of like going all over the place on this one, but let's say that somebody comes in and they say, "Yeah, I have knee pain. And so can you help me with my knee pain?" Sure, I'm going to hold that intention to help with knee pain, but I'm also going to let go of any attachment to the outcome. So at the end of the session, if they still have knee pain, I'll be like, "Oh, bummer. But I know that Reiki helped for something even greater then, right?" So it isn't about like, "Oh, darn, I didn't do the session well because they still have knee pain." Reiki's always going to help. So I'm going to hold the intention to help with the knee pain. I'm going to follow what comes to me in the session to help them with the knee pain. But what happens is really guided by the Reiki because Reiki knows a lot more about what they need than I do. So my job is to get out of the way. So I can hold the intention and let go of any outcome and just let the Reiki do whatever is in their highest good. That is, I think, the best approach to this. No attachment to outcome. Um, and then it's really cool to find out the person who had the knee pain or whatever, maybe they leave and they still have the knee pain, and then they come back and they're like, "You know what? I wanted help with my knee pain, and then I went home, and over the next few days, my relationship with my spouse completely transformed. It's like, I remember now why we're together, why we fell in love." It's remarkable. Like, I can't even imagine. I didn't ask for that, and then this is what happened after that session, and that's actually a true story, by the way. I had a client do that, yeah. She came in for something else, and then she went home, and her whole relationship changed, with her husband, and she credited the session. The second part of your question, or have multiple intentions. Sure, why not? We're not limited. We don't do limitations here. At least I don't. So yeah, you can have multiple intentions for sure. My thing here with the question, the thing that you asked, and I was a little bit not really sure if I understand this. It's kind of like, I guess where I was hung up is let our intention as the practitioner match their intention for their session. I guess that's kind of what hung me up. For example, I'm not going to decide an intention for the other person. It's their choice what the intention is. So I just want to make that we mean well, but let's say somebody wants Reiki from me and I know that they have an addiction problem, but they're coming and they want help with, I'm just going to stick with the knee for the example. So they want help with their knee pain, but I know they've got much bigger problems, right? I'm not going to make my own agenda and say, well, I want Reiki, help them with their addiction, and their knee pain. I'm not going to do that. I think ethically, I'm going to meet my client. I'm going to hold the intention that they're choosing, and then I give it away to Reiki and let Reiki help them physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for their highest good. Yeah, I hope that that's helpful. Another question. Can Reiki help mend a broken heart in a relationship and help reconciliation? Yes. I mean, I will say, I don't think Reiki is, I think anything can be helped by Reiki, period. The end, full stop. I think it can just help in ways that may be unexpected. It may be on a timetable that isn't in alignment with our brains and what we want or whatever, but I think it can totally help. Now, a broken heart in a really okay. So, yes, it can help that. And then reconciliation, yes, I think it can. But is it in the highest good for you and the other person? Don't forget they have free will. When we all have our own soul's journey, um, it's possible as well that the reconciliation happens after this lifetime. And so we tend to think that in this lifetime, it's like a bookend. We're born, we die, and we got to get all these loose ends fixed in this lifetime. I think we have a tendency to think like that. What I would what I would invite you to consider is that if you're in a close relationship with someone in this lifetime, there's a pretty good chance that you knew them before. There's a pretty good chance they're in your soul group. I guess we'll call it that. I think that's a term. Anyway, soul pod, soul group, or whatever, which just simply means that you kind of hang out together lifetime to lifetime, and you might change roles. So in this time, maybe they're a partner, like in a marriage or a heart felt relationship. Maybe in another existence, you were son and mother, or maybe you were the son and they were the father, whatever. But if you're in a relationship that's really um, important in this lifetime, I would say please consider that your soul's journey together goes way beyond this lifetime. And so, what that means is that our limited awareness about what has happened in this lifetime is a mere little piece of the full story of your soul's journey in relation to each other. And so, um, yeah, I don't know if that's helpful, but I kind of veered off there. But yeah, so allow yourself to be free in allowing your soul's path and their soul's path to veer and come together and move apart, though in resonance with both of your highest good, knowing that in the bigger picture, it's all going to make sense for what you each need in your soul's evolution. And so, I don't know. So, reconciliation, sure, Reiki can help with that, but Reiki's always going to help you for your highest good. So, if you're really wanting something and it isn't in your highest good, um, I think you need to be prepared to accept that perhaps there's a higher vantage point, a soul's point of view that could allow for different context for you. Um, yeah, I don't know. I hope that's helpful, Patty. I know it can be really tough to go through that, and I'm sorry if you're asking for you in that, but Reiki can always help. Always. Oh, it's noon. Okay, one more question. Can we do one more? Oh, I don't know. I think I asked for one too many. How do you receive your guidance? Oh, interesting. So, I am really in tune with my higher self, and I draw upon that. My higher self, it allows wisdom to come through to me that my human brain uh, doesn't, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. Our higher selves have access to the intelligence and I'm going to call it the unified field. It's a source of knowing. It's a source of truth. And so when people ask, the main thing for me is when people ask questions or when I ask a question, the answer comes in. And so, I channel in my mentoring sessions for people, and you can ask questions. But even just in a conversation, whether it's here, like we're having here, or I'm teaching my Reiki classes, or if I'm having a cup of coffee with a friend, it's just part of how I operate, really. Um, I don't know. But that's how I receive the guidance. Yeah. And what I found, which I don't know, maybe this will help somebody. Um, I have a window over here and I can see trees and nature. That really helps me. So if you're having trouble to connect with your guidance, maybe look at nature. I know that that helps me sometimes. I mean, I don't have to have it, but I do notice a difference. So sometimes when I talk to you, whether it's in class or here, things like that, if I look out my window, it could be me, it's kind of like asking, what about that? What about what this person's asking? But I found that over the years, it's just uh, like I don't need that. Um, I need it less and less, I guess I would say, to help me. Just becomes more natural. And it's who you are. It's who you are. And so by practicing how you receive your guidance, you will simply it'll just be better and better and better and more natural because you're really just being more of who you are. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. I guess that's it for our questions. Beautiful. Thank you all for chiming in the chat. I know some of you have been answering some of the questions that did come in, and helping each other, which I love that. Yeah, I think that's brilliant. What's up next? Well, I will add some music to the meditation from today and I'll post it tomorrow for you. And I am planning a Reiki for Mental Health series. I haven't even started recording it yet, to be honest, but that's okay. So watch for that coming up on the channel. I have one more video with light language with Marisol. Hope you've enjoyed that. That's coming out soon. And oh, I want to catch up with you, Zabine. I hope so. I've been thinking about you a lot. Um, Anyway, what else? Yeah, Reiki classes are coming up, and don't miss next month if you like today. I mean, I don't know. We went to Egypt today. I didn't know we were going to go to Egypt, but let's see. The next one will be April 4th. How about that? April 4th. I'll see you back here, and we'll do this again. How about that? Until then, take care of yourselves. Remember, the power that you bring when you do that is immense. You'll never know. You'll never know all that you are helping just by taking care of yourself. It's amazing. Amazing. All right. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you out there in the ether, social media, and all that good stuff out in the community and the podcast, too. Had a good episode last time. Jane Asher, Afterlife Lessons. If you haven't listened, I hope you'll check it out. And you can find it too on YouTube as well. Okay, guys, better go. Take care. It's been lovely. Absolutely lovely. Bye-bye.